So yeah, first day was Tuesday because they flew in, or you flew in Monday night, 5 p.m. We were up in Teller, 2-hour drive north. So yeah, I don't know what time we left, 7 o'clock. Got up there at 9 o'clock, and the first house, so 2 halves of the first house were supposed to show up around noon on Tuesday. How did we prep for that? First things first, unload the Conex. Everyone right away, as soon as we got there, jumped out, and we just started hucking things out of the Conex.
That was awesome. It was like Christmas. It's like in the middle of nowhere. I mean, there's
the
nothing.
Conex full of everything.
And there was every tool, every piece of equipment, every bit of material, except for our anchors. We didn't know it at that point, but a 20-foot Conex that was packed tight to the brim with everything we needed. I mean, how long did you take prepping
hours
for that?
Oh, prepping for it.
Yeah, what did that look like, making sure you had everything in that Conex?
Man, checklist after checklist after checklist of just, I probably prepped for a solid 40, 50 hours of just
making sure everything was in there.
Yeah.
Paid off. It made our work awesome. It was like, oh yeah, I've got that.
Yep.
It's in here somewhere.
It was rearranged and repacked like 4 times, so everything was kind of scattered, but it was packed in there as tight as you could get it. Yeah.
Yeah, because the only goal was to make sure it all fit in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
20-foot Conex. We had the foundation. We had the decks.
Four foundations.
8
decks.
4 foundations.
4 fuel tanks. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff.
All the tools.
Yeah. And you were asking if I remembered what the cost of any of the food was. One thing that comes to mind is a pack of water. Water bottles.
Oh yeah.
What does that cost?
$25 for one 24-pack of water bottles.
Yeah, which you can pick up from Costco for
$3
$3 to $4. Yeah. It's crazy. So anyway,
should have sold our water.
Yeah.
When we left, we had extra.
we brought 20 packs. That was a good thing we did.
Yeah.
But why is it so important that we had everything in the Conex?
Well, being in such a remote area, 3 hours north of Nome, nothing in. I mean, there's stuff in Nome, but so minimal. There's one builder supply store. Everything is triple the price there. It just slows us down.
Run to Teller?
Run into Teller. There's a native store, but all they got is about a bag of chips.
Yeah.
So it would have been huge cost, or huge cost to get anything there.
Not only that, but time.
Time. Yep.
Time is like the biggest thing, because you got 5 guys, you run out of something, and if we have to stay there an extra day or a couple days, I mean, the cost of that is enormous.
Big time. Yep.
So we were aware of that going into it, and we really wanted to spend the extra time to make sure we had everything we need.
Yeah. So after everything was unloaded, we had a time crunch. It was 2 hours until the house showed up. I think it was probably 10 o'clock by the time we had everything unloaded out of the Conex. I think you were working on layout, getting the houses laid out. The surveyor was also there. He showed up Tuesday morning, and we were just crossing our fingers he would have everything laid out by the time we
that worked
were ready to go.
Because what would have happened if we didn't have everything laid out and prepped by the time they got there with the houses?
Well, we would have had to either just guess on placement and move them later, which would suck because we didn't have any equipment there. And speaking of no equipment there, when I was in Nome, I actually went over to the trucking company that was supposed to truck these houses up there, talking to him about how it's going to work. Charlie, yeah. And he was like, couldn't believe, I mean, he's a pretty stone-faced guy, but he couldn't believe that we're going to deliver these houses and set them on our foundations with no equipment. He's like, you don't have any equipment up there?
Where's your loader?
I'm surprised.
Where's your big forklift? Where's your crane?
Yep.
Like, nope.
And he's like, he asked me multiple times, how are you going to get these off the trailer? He's like, oh, we got jacks. We'll just lift them. He's like, have you done this before? Actually, we have.
Sounds dicey.
Yeah. We've only done about 500 of them. I don't know.
That's it.
Somewhere around there. But anyways, so yeah, we had a time crunch, 2 hours from 10 to noon that those houses were going to show up. So Travis working with the surveyor, or you, Travis,
Yeah.
working with the surveyor, got the houses laid out and started laying out the first foundation. Where in our foundations were a little unique from what is normal where we're from down here in Washington, and they have jack stands with jack pads underneath them. There's hold downs, cross
Really,
drives.
all we're trying to do is spread the weight of the house over the top of this Tundra, or the big mat of gravel over the Tundra.
Mm-hmm.
So
we did a concrete foundation. The thing would be crumbled and breaking and cracking over the first year.
So every year they go through and they re-level their foundation.
Yep.
Your door's not opening quite right, then get under your house and make an adjustment. Yeah, it's pretty interesting because I suppose if you didn't want to do it that way, you would have to go pretty extreme with the foundation way down and deal with the permafrost pushing into it and everything.
Yeah. So yeah, we had to get the anchors in before the houses showed up because putting those anchors in a crawl space or in a 2-foot area would be really tough.
Yeah, you got a 30-inch bar two of them that you're putting down at an angle.
Yep.
And doing that in a 24-inch crawl space or 24-inch space underneath the house, getting the rotohammer on top of that or a sledgehammer, it's not feasible. So
we found that out.
Yeah, those all had to be done before the house showed up, so we could pull the trailer over that spot, jack it up, pull the trailer up underneath it. Yeah. So we did that.
Yeah.
Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
It worked out really well.
All this time when we showed up, weather impressive. Like
65, no wind, and sun. T-shirt weather.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Couldn't have been better weather the first week. Dun, dun, dun. The rain was,
Well,
we'll talk about that later.
We could have probably taken the hint from the natives. They're like, this isn't normal.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
This isn't Teller weather.
Yeah, right.
Completely calm. The whole bay was just glass. The water was smooth. But, so yeah, we were loving it. We were having a lot of good fun, making coffee.
The guy said, this is like camping, not working.
Yeah. Travis went to work with the food area as we were unpacking. He's like, "Oh, this is fun. We got a little coffee pot. Let's set this thing up." And a little cooktop, Blackstone right there.
Yeah,
we had
worked out good.
Propane Blackstone for cooking, and we made a makeshift plywood table for our food for prepping.
We ate really well.
Yeah, we did.
That was good.
Amazing food. So our goal, we had 2 hours until the house showed up, and then we had, 10 hours of daylight until we had to have the house set up to stay in. We didn't have a hotel in Teller. There was nowhere to stay in Teller.
Right. No, just running down to town to our hotel.
Yeah.
If we didn't have the house ready to stay in, where would we have had to go?
Yeah, we would have had to go back down to Nome,
Which
2
is
hour drive.
Right, 2 hour that way, 2 hour that way. So.
Very, very expensive. Couldn't believe it.
Yep, and we were all happy to stay in the house, camp out. Yeah. Made our commute really short.
Yeah, wake up, walk out. Oh,
time to get going.
Yep. So, yeah, we had all of our cross drives in a good 30 minutes, an hour maybe, probably less than that. And the houses, we could see them coming from miles away. You would expect Alaska to be mountainous and trees everywhere and just like the way everyone thinks of Alaska.
At least me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think everybody there was like, whoa, this is kind of weird. There's no trees here.
Yeah, once you get up north far enough, the tundra, there is not anything. Yeah, not a tree anywhere.
One tree on the way to Teller, and it's about 5 feet tall.
Right. Anyway, you could see the houses coming from a long ways away, and we had to make sure to stop and grab something to eat before the houses got there, because we knew it was going to be a lot of work, a lot of hours getting those houses off the trailers and turning those trucks around, because that once the houses showed up, it was priority to get the trucks heading back so they could get the next houses.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep. So we seen the houses coming down the road, just dust cloud and everything, and it was, I don't know, we watched them for probably 10 minutes come down the road.
Yeah.
We were sitting there taking a little break before we get after it. So yeah, the first house shows up, and then what happened after that? After the house, the first two halves showed up.
So the first one was a little interesting because it was the narrowest. The boxes were narrow.
Mm-hmm.
So we actually they had cross beams going across the front and the back. We had to actually jack up off of those beams, pull the trailer out, lower it down onto some jack stands, and then move the jacks to the houses, and then pull those beams out.
Yeah, that was tricky.
So it was an extra
trailer
step.
was the same width as the house, so we couldn't put the jack on the house.
The trailer was what? 10 feet wide?
11
feet wide?
11 feet wide. A
Something you don't see.
90-ton trailer.
Something you don't see around here.
Yeah, I know.
An 11-foot wide trailer. So anyway, that made that a little bit challenging, but we got it done. Got both the first house set down on the jack stands. First half, yep, set down on the jack stands, and everything leveled out. And then we got the next house off the trailer, sent the trucks back so they could reload for the next day. And by the end of the day, we had that second half set down, slid over. So we have like little slides that we'll call them skates, go on a piece of C-channel. We lay on the ground and jack the house down onto those skates, and we can literally just by hand push it over. So it meets the other house perfectly, and get it all leveled up, jack stands underneath it, and lift it up. And then we had
Worked out pretty smooth. I was impressed.
very smooth.
Sliding it over.
The shop did a great job
Yes,
matching everything up. All of our barge rafters at the peak met perfectly. The siding was really nice. Interior, the walls inside met like literally perfectly. I was totally impressed how it all came together. So took very little finagling to get it to work out. Thanks for joining us here today with this video about the project in Teller, Alaska. If you liked this video, please subscribe below, and make sure to hit the like button, comment if you want, and join us on the next one.